Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Deffinition, aka Spoilsenberg, and whilst El Camino does a brilliant job of wrapping up the story of Jesse Pinkman, the 2-hour film still leaves one huge lingering question at the end. This question is, what was in the letter? In an interview with IGN, Aarron Paul, who plays Jesse in the film, answered some questions, and throughout this video we'll be playing the clip of what he said, what it could have meant, and why it was cut. Now there will be heavy spoilers here, so if you haven't had a chance to watch El Camino yet, then I highly recommend that you turn off now. With that out of the way, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking this video. Now let's get into our breakdown of the letter. Okay, so El Camino ends with Jesse Pinkman escaping to Alaska to start a new life. Jesse has very little holding him back, with pretty much everyone other than Skinny Pete and Badger being there for him. However, there was one more person that he left behind, and that is Brock Cantillo, the son of his girlfriend Andrea, who was sadly killed in order to keep Jesse in line. Whilst we never learn what is in the letter that Jesse sends to Brock, when speaking to IGN, Aarron Paul said the following on its contents.
It's actually the very first thing that Vince wrote when he wrote this script. It was originally in the script, but then it was cut out before we started rolling. It's just such a beautifully honest, heart-wrenching sort of love letter to Andrea and to Brock, a confession in many ways. It was very hard to read, and you know, hopefully, knock on wood, Vince will allow me to sort of like release it to the world one day. I fought very hard to have it still in this film, but he wanted to leave it to mystery.
Okay, so it sounds like it was pretty deep, and it's interesting that Paul says that it was also in some ways addressed to Andrea, which will perhaps give some closure to Brock, who probably still has no idea why his mother was murdered, as Todd and Jack's gang were never arrested for the crime. This may mean that Jesse is still really hung up on Andrea as well, and we do see that he is heavily haunted by his past during the special, even though Andrea doesn't make an appearance. I think whilst we as audience members didn't get closure on it, at least Brock did, and the apology sounds really emotional. Now we also know that the letter was originally in the film, and there have also been official statements that it was in a voiceover at the end. Though we don't know why it was cut, I would imagine because letters like that at the end of films are often quite cliche, and it was also quite a private thing that's purely for the characters. We can also draw our own conclusions over what was said, rather than to have it definitively put across, as it may have just been quite straightforward and not really needed addressing. We did get a flashback with Jane, which I think works better than the voiceover, as it addresses that Jesse is moving on to a new life, rather than being hung up on the past that he has left behind, with his letter to Brock being his final goodbye to his previous life. I can imagine that the letter will be posted on social media at some point once people have had a chance to watch the film, and I'll update the pinned comment on this video once that's out, so keep an eye out. Also just want to say a huge rest in peace to Robert Forster, who sadly passed away yesterday. Those who are fans of Breaking Bad and El Camino will know that he played the vacuum repair guy in the series and film, and Forster was a fantastic actor that really brought a charm, maturity and sophistication to everything that he worked on. You could tell that the guy had a kind heart, and he will be a huge loss, so yeah, here's to you, Robert. Now obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts on the letter, and if you hope that we get to read it one day, or if you think it's better off being left unsaid. Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it, and make sure you check out my full spoiler breakdown of El Camino, which will be linked at the end. I go over everything that you need to know about the special and give my review on it, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to know more. If you want to come chat to me on Twitter, then make sure you follow me at DeffinitionYT, and if you want to join my Discord, then make sure you click on the link in the description below. We've got an awesome community made up of people just like you, and it's the best way to stay up to date with the channel. Also just want to let you know that we're currently giving away a free copy of Spider-Man Far From Home on Blu-ray, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is to like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on the letter in the comment section below. The winner will be chosen at random on October the 15th, and the Blu-ray will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. This is a channel for people who are mad into movies, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Deffinition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.